Starting today, for the next 14 days, he will come to the hospital for infusions every day, and he will have to infuse 5 or 6 bottles every day. Noah hurriedly asked, "Doctor, can the medicine be used today to stop itching for me? To tell you the truth, I'm so king itching right now. It's so irritating. I don't know what's going on. Itchy, the more you scratch, the more itchy." The doctor said, "This kind of disease is very itchy. It is originally ulcerated, purulent and inflamed, and the lesion is in the sensitive area. It must be very itchy, but you can rest assured that if you are given medicine today, this itching will go down." Then the doctor said, "From now on, you must avoid seafood, spicy, alcohol, and smoking. Otherwise, it will greatly aggravate the condition." When Noah heard this, he immediately said to the doctor, "Doctor, I ate more than 10 or 20 abalones at noon, and I drank more than half a kilogram of mautai. There will be nothing wrong, right?" After listening to the doctor, he immediately said with a straight face, "You want to die? Don't you know that these are hair things? You still eat seafood, you can't eat kelp, you know?" Noah said with a sad face, "Hey, I don't know. I want to know that I have these diseases. If you beat me to death, I dare not eat or drink." The doctor sighed and said, "Okay, there is no treatment today. You can go back." Noah became anxious and blurted out, "Why can't the doctor treat it today? I'm almost itching to death. You can treat me quickly, or I will definitely scratch it." The doctor shook his head and said, "You have to inject a lot of antibiotics for the treatment of this disease, but how do you inject antibiotics when you drink alcohol? Have you ever heard of a disulfiram-like reaction? Go in with cephalosporin antibiotics here, and immediately when react, it will kill you. Do you want to itch an extra day, or do you want to die here today?" Noah almost cried. "You can't use medicine if you itch like this bird, isn't it killing your own?" So he begged, "Doctor, how much do you give me some anti-itch medicine, otherwise I can't handle it." The doctor sighed and said, "Well, let me prescribe some cleansing liquid for you. You can go back and use it first, and it will have some anti-itching effect." After speaking, the doctor said again, "Yes, I have to tell you not to scratch, because it is already damaged, and it will be more serious if it is scratched. The pus and blood that flow out contain a lot of bacteria. It may cause your affected area to spread, and the situation becomes more and more serious. If the area of the rupture becomes larger and larger, a serious infection may lead to sepsis, which can also be life-threatening." Noah wiped a tear from his eyes. "It's a crime. Well, how can you encounter such a thing?" The doctor sighed with emotion and said, "After all, we should start with personal hygiene, and in that aspect of life, we must pay more attention to protecting ourselves. Don't go out to such street places to find flowers." Noah couldn't say why he got the disease, so he could only nod his head. "Thank you, doctor, I know." The doctor hummed, and then asked him, "By the way, I think you should be married at your age?" Noah nodded. The doctor saw him nod and confessed, and said, "You should take your lover to the hospital for a check. This disease is extremely contagious. If you are recruited outside, it will be easy to infect your lover when you return home." Noah was more uncomfortable than death at this time, and his anger hit the sky. "I infect her? Damn, these are all her infections. This damn bitch. I must kill her when I go back." Noah tried to endure the itching, and when he rushed home, Horia was cooking dinner. Seeing that Noah liked to eat abalone made by herself at noon, she was ready to continue to please him. So in the afternoon when Noah went out with the Lady Wilson, she went to the vegetable market again. This time, she bought a large king crab for Noah. The king crab was big and delicious, and it was Noah's favorite. And this king crab is not cheap. She bought the big one, which cost more than 2,000. Originally, Horia had no money, so she gave all the money to the Lady Wilson, but she had an idea and stole a high-end imported cooking machine from the kitchen. By the way, she ordered 2 bottles of mautai from the underground wine cellar and took them out. Sold it for 20,000. Horia planned that the remaining money would not be reported to the Lady Wilson, and she would save it to go to the hospital for an abortion tomorrow, and treat her venereal disease by the way. When the Lady Wilson went home, she didn't care to settle the account with Horia. She bought a lot of disinfectant on the road. When she got home, she went back to her room and began to give her room, corridor, bathroom and terrace all-round disinfection and sterilization. After receiving Noah's inspection report and confirming that he did not have AIDS, the Lady Wilson was still not at ease, so she wiped all the places she could touch with alcohol. Noah entered the door with a black face at this time. As soon as he entered the door, he smelled fishy and fresh crabs. He was wondering. Horia came out of the kitchen wearing an apron and said with a smile, "Oh, my husband, are you back? I steamed you your favorite king crab. You want to eat more tonight. If you like to drink, drink half a bottle of motai to moisturize it." Noah was already half to death, but when he heard this, his whole body almost burst. At noon, you stinky lady cheated me. At night, you still want to eat seafood and drink liquor. By the way, I haven't counted you on the fact that you infected me with a disease. Thinking of this, Noah rushed forward immediately, slapped Horia's face with a slap, and directly knocked her to the ground. Before Horia could react, Noah rode on her, angrily, and bowed left and right. The slap was almost as if he didn't need money, and he slapped to death. Horia was beaten up and yelled, and the entire villa was like a pig farm.